Good afternoon. This is Randy Osborne, and we are going to be talking this afternoon about some legislative bills that are up before the floor of the House and the Senate today. And I have with me on the phone Dr. Karen Ephraim. She is a subject matter expert in early childhood development, and she's also with Education Liberty Watch as well as Florida Stop Common Core Coalition. Good afternoon, Dr. Ephraim.
Good afternoon, Randy. Thank you so much for having me.
I appreciate you being on the phone with me. There are a couple very urgent bills that are coming up in the next few days, and I really want to talk to them about them. One of them is Senate Bill 926. Senate Bill 926. This bill was up before the Education Committee on the Senate on Monday. And if you can briefly describe that bill and the details of it and the problems with it, and then also the companion bill, which is House Bill 773. House Bill 773.
Well, thank you. Senate Bill 926, nicknamed originally the Fewer Better Tests Bill. The main problem with it is that it doesn't, as written originally, did not remove any tests and basically just shoved everything to the last 3 weeks of school, which is impossible to do because of all the other tests that students have to do, like end of course exams, district finals, et cetera, et cetera. So it would have been a very unworkable and not better tests bill. The two big problems with it, in addition, are that it has this little noticed language that ties proficiency or the achievement level on the Florida Standard Assessment, the state test, to changes it from level 3, satisfactory, which is a reasonable, attainable goal for grade level, and pushes it to an advanced level 4 on the FSA, which is similar to proficiency on the National Assessment for Educational Progress, or the NAEP. And this would have resulted in enormous increases in failure rates on all of the state exams. And it would have really hurt school grades, which in turn would hurt property values that are tied to them, and property tax revenues for the districts that they depend on due to lower property values. And what's even sillier about this whole thing is that the federal agency that administers the NAEP, as well as multiple government research agencies and private research agencies, say that this is a bad idea, that it makes no sense, because grade level achievement that is measured on state tests has nothing to do with this very high advanced, what they call aspirational level of achievement on the NAEP. So they would have been doing something very harmful for no good academic reason.
I have to ask. I have to ask, and again, I understand this is total speculation, but why in the world would they do this? What would even be the motivation? Is it somewhat just not realizing exactly the significance of this, or I'm baffled about this, I guess, to be honest with you.
Well, either it's ignorance or it's an intentional effort to again change the goalposts for the struggling public schools and increase the failure rates so as to make charter schools that are done for profit in many cases, or private school vouchers become more appealing. And there's actually a bill to do just that, to spend $200 million on voucher expansion, which is just really concerning when the goalposts are changing and there's all of this chaos due to the accountability system in the public schools. They don't have a fair shot at ever complying with all of these mandates and all of these requirements and all of this stuff.
On this bill, on 926, can you explain to the listeners what happened on Monday? And then
Sure.
let's talk quickly about House Bill 773 and exactly what the similarities are and what we're really striving to do to fix this.
Okay. Well, the good news is that in the Senate on Monday, there was an amendment to remove this proficiency language. It was changed from the original amendment last week, and now it includes a study of achievement levels, which is unnecessary because the Florida Department of Education has already done this, and they voted 6-1 on the Florida State Board of Education not to change the proficiency levels. So we see this study as redundant and unnecessary, but the dangerous language of the proficiency language change has been removed, and we are grateful to Senator Simmons for doing that much.
Okay.
And hope that they don't expand the study or change the amendment anymore. The other good things that happened on Monday are that there were amendments added from a bill by Democrat Senator Bill Montford, who's also at the head of the Florida Association of District School Superintendents, that actually gets rid of some of the tests for computerized end-of-course exams. It also gets rid of the really messed up value-added measure, which is an algorithm for assessing teacher evaluations. They got rid of that and gave the authority back to the districts. They also provided a pencil and paper option, which is just really important because there won't be so many, the testing window can actually then be compressed because everybody won't be waiting their turn to get access to computers, and research actually shows that students do better taking these tests on paper as compared to computer. So all of those good amendments from Senator Montford's bill, which unfortunately was not considered, were added.
Excellent.
And so that's a really important thing.
Excellent. Now, the House Bill 773, which is at this point kind of considered the companion bill, what are the issues with that particular bill?
Well, it has all of the original language that 926 does. That proficiency language that is so terrible and so problematic, as well as a provision that would actually potentially expand competency-based education to every district in the state instead of the 4 pilot districts. And competency-based education is a problem because it's basically teaching by computer. It does constant assessment, and psychological profiling of kids, and it's very expensive. So the House bill is completely unchanged from its original form. And despite testimony by myself and other colleagues that are concerned about this in the House Education Appropriations Subcommittee, no changes have been made.
Okay.
It still has one more committee stop, and we hope to influence that.
When is that? When is that
before it goes
due?
to the House floor.
When is the committee? When is the committee? The next committee.
Well, we think it will be next week.
Okay.
It's not on the agenda for their usual Thursday meeting tomorrow.
Okay.
But we don't know, and we probably won't know until Tuesday of next week.
Let me just ask the listeners very specifically, House Bill 773, please contact your representative, contact your state representative, and ask them either to change this to the Senate bill, which is 926, or ask them not to support it. I think I just lost Karen, so just stand by and we're going to try to get her back. But that's House Bill 773. Please contact your state representative and ask them either not to support the bill or to at least change it, change the bill.
5871.
Okay, I think I've lost her. So let me try to get her back on. Give me just a second, and we'll try to get her back on here. Dr. Ephraim?
I am here.
Okay, sorry about that. I think
That's all right.
I think I may have accidentally dropped you. All right, let's talk real quickly about House Bill 757, another education bill, House Bill 757, and also the companion bill, Senate Bill 468. Can you tell us very specifically the problems with these two bills?
Yes. The three major problems with this is that it seeks to spend $10 million taxpayer dollars to expand reading curriculum and assessment in preschool. Those assessments are extremely developmentally inappropriate, and national and international experts oppose them. And
would you consider it just?
too much?
Would you consider it
Too
just
much?
developmentally inappropriate for that age group?
Right.
Okay.
Right, because it risks falsely labeling them as deficient in reading or pre-reading skills before they have even started their academic careers, and it because kids change really rapidly at this age.
Right.
So even though they're not showing some of these things, it doesn't mean that they're abnormal or have problems. They just need to mature a little bit. And that's especially true of little boys.
Right.
And that relates to the third problem, which is that it's imposing an ID number on 4-year-olds in VPK as part of a womb to tomb student state and federal database.
On 4-year-olds?
On 4-year-olds, yes.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Now,
So this is a really concerning.
and this is bill Senate Bill 468 and also House Bill 757.
Correct.
Again, we need to contact our representatives on this and ask them not to support this bill. This is an overreach. If I have never seen an overreach, this is an overreach of our education system.
This is baby Common Core.
Exactly. And I'm concerned about this bill because there are a lot of more conservative people that are supporting this. And I don't really think they understand what is in this bill and the problems with it.
Right. they're sneaking a lot of bad stuff through.
Well, Dr. Ephraim, I really appreciate you coming on the phone and kind of helping us weed through this. I know that on the Senate Bill 926, this is the one that was heard at Education Committee on Monday. It was almost like a shell game. There were so many amendments to the amendments. It was very, very difficult just to keep track of and keep up with what they were doing. But I really appreciate you. Go ahead.
They discussed 18 amendments in 13 minutes.
Yeah, exactly, and they actually put a timer to it, and it was virtually impossible just to even keep up with it, how fast they were moving through there. So I appreciate you coming on. Again, the major things that we need to do as citizens is get on the phone, contact your representatives, and tell them the problems with these bills, and ask them not to support, very specifically, not to support 757 and Senate Bill 468. And then if they would change the House Bill 773 to match the Senate Bill 926, that would be more palatable. Would you agree to that?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, we need to make sure that the good amendments that are now in 926 stay there, and that none of the bad language that's in 773 goes forward.
Excellent. Okay. Again, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your help. And we're depending on our citizens to make this happen. Thank you. God bless. Y'all have a great day.